A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a recent statement, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky emphasized the need for compromises that would enhance Ukraine's strength rather than diminish it, amid growing concerns over a peace plan proposed by former U.S. President Donald Trump. The plan, which consists of 28 points, has been criticized for being heavily biased in favor of Russia, potentially compromising Ukraine's sovereignty and security. Sir Alex Younger, the former head of MI6, has voiced strong objections to the proposal, labeling it as lopsided and warning that it would likely lead to further aggression from Russia. According to Younger, the terms of the proposed peace deal would require Ukraine to relinquish land while simultaneously compensating the U.S. for maintaining peace, effectively rendering Ukraine vulnerable and unable to defend itself. The proposal also suggests a formal cessation of Ukraine's aspirations to join NATO and the European Union, alongside a commitment from European allies not to station troops within Ukrainian borders. Younger pointed out that the framework appears to echo Moscow's talking points, which would leave Ukraine in a precarious position, described as a tethered goat, with little chance of self-defense. He urged European nations to stop dithering and to align firmly with President Zelensky in resisting these terms. Moreover, Younger criticized the U.S. approach to the conflict, suggesting that it reflects an uncritical acceptance of the notion that Russia is prevailing in the war. He argued for increased pressure on Russia rather than a reduction in support for Ukraine. Following discussions over the weekend, U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio indicated that significant progress had been made, with European allies calling for modifications to the agreement that would bolster Ukraine's military capabilities beyond what was initially proposed. The revisions also included a demand for land negotiations to commence from the current front line, rather than adhering to predetermined territorial claims. In a statement from the White House, officials acknowledged the revisions made to the agreement, which they said addressed Ukraine's principal concerns. Ukrainian officials reiterated their red lines, insisting on formal recognition of occupied territories and limitations on military capacities, as well as restrictions on future alliances. Ruslan Stefanchuk, the Speaker of Ukraine's parliament, asserted that EU and NATO membership should be integral to any security guarantees in a peace framework. President Zelensky reiterated the importance of seeking compromises that would fortify Ukraine's position, highlighting the significance of utilizing frozen Russian assets in negotiations. "We are at a critical moment," Zelensky remarked, underscoring the weight of political pressures and the responsibility of decision-makers in the ongoing conflict. As the situation develops, the international community watches closely, hoping for a resolution that respects Ukraine's sovereignty and strengthens its defense capabilities. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.